This is Isaiah 10:1, and it says, "Woe unto him that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, the Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. Okay? And this precept and this video was inspired by another, most likely, executive order, okay, by the mango faced megalomaniac. And it's going to completely scrub the backgrounds of the slave patrol catchers. And we're going to play this video so you can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about.
The database that holds Trump just ordered the database that holds all of the misconduct for all federal police officers to be completely deleted. And they did it. And this is something that Black Americans fought for after the George Floyd murder. And it's absolutely insane. The Federal Police Misconduct Database, known as the National Law Enforcement Accountability Database, or NLEAD, was introduced under the Biden administration as part of like an executive order that was basically going to increase accountability and make transparency in the law enforcement. They wanted to make sure that federal agencies following national protests over police violence were tracked. Main part about this database is intended to track officers' misconduct, including things like excessive force, termination, or decertifications, with the goal of improving oversight and preventing problematic officers from being rehired within other departments. Leading this database literally took away all accountability that we were able to build from 2022 until now. Please tell me why you think this man gives a damn about us. Trump just ordered the...
That's a very good question, sister. And as we all know, the police pretty much do it anyway, but at least you had some legislation there to take some form of legal action to get some type of justice. Now Trump has completely eliminated that, which he said he was going to do when he ran. He said he wanted to give police officers more power, all right, so they can effectively do their job. Now, we all know what those words mean. Basically, he wants to give the police the power to be able to whoop our asses like they used to back in the days, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like I said, they're still doing it now, but at least we live in a time where, well, we used to live in a time where there was some legislation that would allow citizens to be able to have some type of way to seek justice for police brutality. But now the slave catchers can operate with impunity. They don't even have to have the facade of carrying the blue line or whatever that expression is for the police officers, or hold the brown line, or whatever it is. As soon as they pull you over, it's game on. That's why the scripture says, Let me put it on pause and find it. Here it is. This is Nahum 3:1. And it says, woe, meaning destruction or miseries, sorrows, to the bloody city. What's that? It's Babylon the snake. There's no more bloody of a city than this country. All right. It was established on the innumerable amount of bodies of Israelite people, innumerable bodies that were put to death, all for greed and just outright hate. Okay? Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. Why? Because this guy Trump is making laws that he feels are great, but in actuality, it's going to give the slave catchers the ability to work with impunity. All right. And for many of you other nations that think this is a great thing, you know, he can finally get them thugs too. Remember why many of you are also crying, because you thought that these rules were just only going to affect us. No, as you can see, many of the things that this guy is doing is affecting you all too. So if you don't think that these police are eventually going to put a billy club upside your head, you are sadly mistaken. As I said, with this law intact, it is going to rob the common citizen of a legal way or legal recourse to seek justice. And now he's taking it away. And the scripture speaks of that. Evil good and good evil. I think it's in Isaiah. Isaiah 5:20, it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Okay, all these laws, the executive orders that this guy is passing, he thinks that they're good, but they're really bad. And many of these people who are brainwashed under him, they think that these things are good, but it turns out it's bad for them as well. Okay, let's get back to this Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Okay, you have to remember Yahweh Shai said, I send you as sheep amongst the wolves. Okay, you have to remember a sheep is a defenseless animal. It has no wings to fly, no hard shell for defense, no quilts, no super speed, no claws, no teeth. All right, Israel has even been referred to as a worm. I don't even know what's more defenseless than that. So we are out here as a prey for these devils to have their execute their full desires upon us. And they're using the law to do it, as it explains in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, and what's the 10th verse? Let our strength, no, it's the 11th verse, Wisdom of Solomon 2:11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And that's exactly how this president feels. If you ain't the elite, you ain't shit. Excuse my language. And this is why he's passing all of these laws. And this is why in this time, more than ever before, we're going to need the protection of the Lord. Let me get my favorite one in Psalms. Hide me on the shadow. Yep. Psalm 57 and 1. It says, to the chief musician Al-Tashith Mishtim of David, when he fled from Saul in the cave, be merciful unto me. Right? Because you have to remember the scripture says it's because of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. All right? You have to remember, hey, we're out here vulnerable. We're trying to navigate and operate the best we can according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's law, statutes, and commandments in the devil's playground. And it says, and that's why we need that mercy. And it says, be merciful unto me. O Most High, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. You have to know that if you're doing the right things that the Lord told you, that he's got your back. And no harm will come to you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You have to truly believe that if you're doing the right thing. And it says, yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. So in this truth we hide. First and foremost with the name. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. This is where we have to be. This is our protection. This truth is our protection at all times. As the scripture says, where there is no hedge, there the possession is spoiled. If you are not in this truth, you will get spoiled. You will be a part or you will be one of the people who will fall victim to these draconian executive orders. All right, this man has only been in office for about a month, and it feels like he's been in there for 3 years. And this is what he's done in a month. Imagine what this man is about to do in the next 2 months. Stay circumspect, stay vigilant, stay prayed up. That's all I wanted to say on this. Hope you all edified. To the next time, we're going to say shalom.